Yo, what it is? It's your boy Buddha Mike back at it again with another TikTok view. Let me take this off. You know what it is. Yeah, make sure I turn the volume down. We don't need that in the background. All right, all right. I'm gonna get into it. How's everybody doing today? We got Fruity Bowl, aka damn man, you got so many damn names. Fruity Bowl, aka Peaches. Peaches and Cream, aka I don't even know, man. Everything. What up? What up? And we got DJ. What up? What up? Welcome everybody. Welcome. We're gonna get into what the topic is. You know what I'm saying? It's the wind farms. I have a theory. It's just a theory. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too tremendous. Nothing too stupendous. Just a theory. I believe that the wind farms are to control the weather and basically push clouds for the cloud seeding and the rain. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit is, you know what I'm saying, hearsay. But they be having those things pop up in every state. I see them everywhere. Especially when I was driving cross country, bro. I seen them every freaking where. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, got my green, got my tea, sipping good. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. I was looking at TikTok, seeing some stuff that I thought I should show. You know what I'm saying? So see which one should I get into first? Let's get into this one.
So what is the cost? It's not just about space. It's that to save the environment, you've got to hurt it first. You've got to dig up a lot of materials. And to build 100 megawatt wind farm, you need 30,000 tons of iron ore, 50,000 tons of concrete, 900 tons of non-recyclable plastics. Multiply all that
Yo,
by
Dennis.
50 to get to the 85 gigawatts needed, and you get 25 million tons of iron ore, which means doubling the mining at our five largest iron ore mines in America. It's also 52 million tons of concrete, and that's enough concrete for 3 million new homes, or more than enough concrete to finish the remaining hundreds of miles of the I-69 highway that will drive economic benefit for the entire country. And of course, it's 765,000 tons of plastic, which require a drastic increase in oil and gas production. Finally, it reduces property values by 7 to 12%. It'll kill wildlife like the golden eagle and hurt agricultural production.
Hmm. So that's
So what
just
is
a
the
little.
cost? It's not just about space. It's that to save.
My bad. So it's just a little. You know what I'm saying? A little preview of what we got to go. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
You look at some of those areas where you have those abandoned wind farms, they look like junkyards. And remember, those windmills, many of them are very bad looking to start off. Some have a better design, but they start to rust, they start to rot. And in a certain number of years, they get abandoned. And they said, let's go to another location. No, it's like it's a very, very expensive form of energy. And solar is not powerful enough. If you look at solar, but it's just not big enough. And here we're sitting on the greatest amount of liquid gold, oil, and gas anywhere in the world. And we have it.
we have it, y'all. What they doing? Nothing. Making us get all these dishes and stuff on our homes and additions to the land and shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna do shit but cause more of pollution for the next person. You know, they don't care. I'm serious, man. Like if they had these clean renewable resources like they said they do, they wouldn't share 'em. You know why? There's no profit in it. Yo, what up, Art? What it do? Yo. But yeah, man, this shit crazy, man. I'm just trying to show y'all just a little tip of the iceberg, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back
The
to
average
it.
wind turbine generates enough electricity in 46 minutes to power the average U.S. home for 1 month. In a month, an average wind turbine produces enough power to cover the monthly electricity needs of 940 homes. Wind farms are typically located in more rural areas, and the average wind farm has about 50 turbines and generates an average of 506,000 megawatt hours a year. As of April 2022, there are more than 71,666 wind turbines in the U.S., all of which were built in the last 40 years. They're also more concentrated in the Midwest and Texas due to favorable wind patterns in those areas. Texas alone accounts for almost a quarter of all U.S. wind capacity.
So yeah.
When you're the World Economic Forum,
right,
Davos,
right,
where billionaires fly in to decide the fate of the civilization that we currently enjoy.
Right.
And this is your message.
Right.
You're telling the plebs.
Study concludes it causes more warming, defeating the purpose.
They're redistributing heat in the atmosphere. At night, you have warm air that tends to rise a little bit. It's actually acting like a giant fan.
Policy expert Isaac Orr says the problems get hidden with trillions already invested in it. There's also other non-green issues with them, too.
When you talk about a wind turbine taken down, they only remove the first 3 feet of concrete on the wind turbine base. They call it in-place disposal, which sounds a lot like littering.
He says another problem is the turbine blades, which get sent to landfills. Andre Perard, News Radio 740, KTRH.
If you're wondering what it sounds like being out here, listen to this.
If this video right here makes you very uncomfortable, then you are not alone. Most people that watch this for the first time would agree with you. This guy is paddleboarding in an offshore wind turbine farm and trying to showcase what it sounds like to be out here. But instead of it being silent and peaceful like many of us would expect, there's a lot of noise in the form of beeping coming from these wind turbines. The beeping from these wind turbines, though, is actually a good thing, even though it's kind of creepy. The beeping is actually meant to deter birds from accidentally flying into the wind turbine blades and getting chopped up. This problem has only gotten worse with the implementation of more and more wind farms. And what these wind farms are doing is testing out different types of technology or tactics to deter the birds. Some of the farms will end up painting one of the blades black, which helps the birds see it more easily. Sometimes they'll add stripes, or in this case, audio deterrents. The effectiveness of these audio deterrents hasn't really been fully supported, so not a lot of wind farms will use them, but there are the occasional ones that will sound like this.
I'd say that's one annoying ass sound. I would not want to hear that. It's like somebody throwing a Nerf football with a whistle on it back and forth in your yard. You know what I'm saying? It'll get annoying after a while, you know?
In super exciting science news, the world's single largest wind farm has been approved for construction. With the ongoing crisis in Ukraine and energy sources being threatened, the United Kingdom has invested heavily into wind power. It would provide energy, could detect earthquakes, and there are some studies that suggest they could be used to reduce hurricane winds. But that will take more research. How the wind turbines work is wind turns the blades around a rotor that's connected to a shaft, not unlike a helicopter blade. A gearbox then boosts that speed up about 100 times, and a generator converts that movement into electricity. Offshore wind turbines are similar to the land ones, except that they're bigger because it's windier in the ocean. The tallest land turbines are like 570 feet, but the ocean ones can be up to 850.
Or 3 Statues of Liberty.
And with various planting methods. Just one rotation can power a home for 24 hours, meaning that an entire farm, half the size of New York City, can power 3.3 million homes. The Hornsteen Zone is just 100 miles off the British coast. It has an average wind speed of about 19 miles per hour and a manageable water depth. The project is expected to be completed in 2027.
Hey, let's see what that shit's doing to the mermaids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Why the whales and shit beaching they shit.
I saw another whale had washed up. It's becoming a pattern. Is it the windmills? Is it the pounding of the seafloor? How many whales is it going to take?
There aren't many places where the North Atlantic right whale can go. It's destined to extinction.
It sounds like they're like it's like pile driving. This is what the whale is experiencing, but nothing out of my life.
What the United States is looking at is thousands of wind turbines in an area that our whales, our dolphins, our marine life, where they live, where they migrate, where they breed. It's only when they started going into the wind lease areas that we believe that the whales are dying.
So those red dots are whale deaths.
Precisely.
What a scandal.
Do offshore wind farms actually harm whales? There isn't any evidence that they do, but let's talk about it. Over the past year, quite a few whales have washed up on shore along the east coast of the United States, and conservative pundits were quick to blame offshore wind farm surveys and construction for their deaths. However, a combination of necropsies on these whales and research into the impacts of underwater surveys on whales has shown that offshore wind farms aren't to blame. It is instead a combination of collisions with ships, entanglement with fishing equipment, and climate change moving their prey closer to shore and therefore closer to popular shipping channels and fishing grounds. That doesn't mean scientists aren't working to mitigate potential risks to whales from offshore wind farms, though. They are actively working with the federal government and wind farm developers to ensure these projects aren't built where whales migrate, as well as to stop construction whenever whales are present nearby using real-time acoustic monitoring. So no, offshore wind farms aren't killing whales. It's just a conservative talking point aimed at delaying climate action, and if those conservative pundits actually cared about whale deaths, they would be raising the alarm about climate change.
So what's wrong with wind farms? Let's start with our wallets, out of which you and I will have to pay for these ambitious solutions. To build a wind farm requires an enormous investment of money and resources. At that, the average lifespan of a wind turbine is 20 years, and during this time, it manages to recoup only 78% of the money spent upon its construction and installation. We are not even talking about maintenance, which implies building special purpose vessels, expensive utility high-rises, and constant replacement of blades. Just one wind turbine requires more than 500 tons of lubricants, which is comparable to 9 tank cars of railway trains, which, by the way, are also produced from non-renewable resources of the planet. Just think about it. The size of the blades can be as big as the length of a soccer field. And do you know what they are made of? That's right, of that very plastic that we continue to struggle with so unsuccessfully around the world. Because of their gigantic size and hazardous chemical composition, they can't be recycled. So the classic solution is that the blades are taken to landfills and covered with soil. After all that, do you still think wind power is environmentally friendly?
Oh man, that's just messed up. You gotta sip some tea to that though. I'm drinking out a glass that I bought from the store that had some honey in, or not honey, but some strawberry jam in it. You know what I'm saying? Thinking eco-friendly. I don't want none of that plastic in my shit. You feel me, y'all? Gotta think smarter, man. Don't get played. Got it. You know what I'm saying?
The largest wind energy project in the United States is currently being built, and here are the details. The Chokecherry and Sierra Madre wind farm will be located by Rawlins, Wyoming, and this wind farm will be located southwest of Rawlins in the checkerboard area of the BLM land and private land. This private land is owned by Overland Trail Ranch. This project is being funded by billionaire Philip Anschutz. It'll be sprawled over thousands of acres, and it will serve not Wyoming, but California. California has to be 100% green energy by 2045 per SB 100, even if it's at the expense of other states. For Eric Movar, a wildlife biologist, this is an ecological disaster. This project will destroy prime sage-grouse habitat, and per study, there will be heavy losses of the golden eagle. Why would a billionaire be involved with wind farms and be concerned about offsetting all the pollution coming from Asia, India, and Africa?
I don't want to see wind farms polluting my view of the ocean. I don't want to see the ocean black because of the amount of oil spills. Climate change has already wrecked our ecosystem. God forbid we actually try and do something to mitigate the effects of it. But my utility rates are going to go up. They're going to go up regardless because the amount of energy we'll be using to keep ourselves alive when climate change gets even worse. I heard wind farms cause cancer. You know what else causes cancer? Breathing in soot, because this country still uses coal for energy. But building the wind farms is going to destroy the ocean's ecosystem. So is drilling for oil. God forbid we actually do something to make it seem like we actually care about our ecosystem. Suck it up and quit bitching about the windmills.
I don't know about you, but I'm not with him on that part. I was just trying to see, there's a lot of libtards out there still,
Hey, it's Clamham. Let's take a look at what the earthquakes are doing today. The first thing that is staring us in the face is a 6.7 south of Africa. Those of you who followed my channel for a while know I was covering the blob anomaly that would appear somewhere north of Bouvet Island normally. Many people from South Africa wrote to me and said they've had unusual weather. This area has been particularly active lately. I have also myself noticed a definite uptick in earthquakes in the United States. My map rotates, so it's not on Indonesia right now, it's hidden. But if we go down here, we can see the activity in Indonesia. 5.4, 220 kilometers southwest. So in the star of the show today, at our 10-kilometer depth, there's a discrepancy in the locations. The orange dots are the fault line, and this map indicates the epicenter far south of the fault line. But if we go to USGS, it indicates it north of the fault line. My question to others who perhaps this is your field of expertise, is it normal to have a 6.7 earthquake that is not on a fault line? Is that peculiar? Earthquakes are normal on planet Earth. We have 55 every day of significant measurement and 20,000 a year, and many, many more that are very small earthquakes. As just someone who is not a meteorologist, I'm a ham radio operator and fascinated with frequencies, I wanted to mention that many people have brought to my attention the correlation between mining and earthquakes. For example, fracking in the United States seems to have correlated with the earthquake activity that is being seen now. Please do your own research on this. One of the TikTokers that seems to do excellent research on the correlation of not only mining and earthquakes, but also mining and wildfires. This TikToker has research indicating there's a correlation with wildfires, so check her out. And I hope everyone is safe. As always, we'll see you soon.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. Hey, but a lot of people still don't pay attention to the subtleties of shit. Nikola Tesla was one of these people they should have paid attention to. This is what he knew, and what you should too. You know what I'm saying? Ionosphere, stratosphere, whatever you want to call it, anything sphere. I don't think it's a sphere, but anything plane, you know what I'm saying? The gaseous plane, the noble gas plane, that's where the sun operates. That's where it maintains its altitude. Sometimes it comes down a little lower, gets a little redder, you know. That's what it do though. Just burns off those gases.
So, what have we here?
Yeah, it looked like some Game of Thrones type bones right there. You know what I'm saying? Like they shouldn't let nobody see that. That's the Vatican type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Proof. Chosen ones must go through hell.
There's some unusual cruelty before the wealth is released. You see, there are gatekeepers who are afraid of you. You have enemies who are afraid of you. You have people in power who know who you are. You're being watched. The elite eyes are on you. You're being monitored by monitoring spirits. And you're feeling all of that cruelty. Think about this. If you have elite eyes, monitoring spirits, judgment, you're feeling the weight of that. And you're feeling the weight of that not because you're doing something wrong. It's because you're about to get your break. Okay? Yeah, something's finna break. And what I know about the spirit realm is faster than the natural. So if something breaks in the spirit, you may not experience it until 6 months later. So some of you, something's already broken in the spirit realm. Let me drop this science real quick. It's already broken. It just hasn't reached you yet. And what you're experiencing right now, I'm talking to my crowd now, listen to your big brother. What you are experiencing right now is that awkward, uncomfortable, cruel transition. You've already broke free. The break is there. See, the breakthrough it happens out of nowhere, but it doesn't come from nowhere. It happens just boom at once. But there was a fight first. And so some of you, the blessing has been released in the spirit realm, and there is a war right now before it gets to you. So I want to give you this message today. I want you to lock in, dig deep, back straight, chest out, look at me, and experience this word. You need to understand my blessing's been released. What I'm experiencing right now is the pressure before the break. And I hope this message will keep you strong during your transition. Chosen one, you experience an unusual amount of cruelty because your breakthrough will literally change thousands of lives. If anything like me, you look at your life and you sometimes think to yourself, what have I done to garner so much disrespect? What have I done to garner so much dishonor? Now, if you are someone who has poor character, who doesn't work hard, who is not doing what you're supposed to do, this message is not for you. But if you're who I think I'm talking to, a person about business, a person of character, conduct, good conversation, a solid individual, a solid man, a solid woman, you have asked yourself at some point, why me? And I'm here to say today, the forces of hell have attacked you so harshly because if you can break through, if you keep going, if you don't quit, I'm gonna talk to you today. I know my crowd. Some of you right now, you're in that spiritual boxing ring and your enemy's got you on ropes. You're experiencing that pain, that setback. But I want you to know this is for some people, not for everybody. For some of you, you are that close. You are right there at the door. And what you are experiencing right now, I'm going to speak in my spirit. You are experiencing the spiritual sword, the spiritual blows, the pain of the gatekeepers. There are demonic gatekeepers before every opportunity. And so many people are not even nowhere near close to these people. They're not close. So they're not feeling the heat you feel. You feel the heat because you're on the front line. You're right there. Am I making sense? You're in the heat of the battle. You're going to break and get the generational wealth for your family. You're going to get that contract. You're going to get that opportunity. You're going to break forth and go into the league. Some of you are going to get that break that no one in your family has ever got. I think about Joseph. Joseph's life was so difficult. 13 years as a prisoner slave, betrayal from his own brothers, heartache, not seeing his father for 13, 14 years, going into a foreign land as a young man, 17 years old, no support, forced into slavery, working for free, keeping himself pure, lied on by a woman who was immoral, put into prison for something he didn't do, constantly experiencing this unusual cruelty. Why was that? Because Joseph is going to do something that changed the entire nation. Do you hear me? And some of you are going to have a decision you're going to make, a business you're going to start, a non-for-profit, an organization, something you're going to do. It's going to impact a lot of people. And because of that, your preparation is brutal. So you will experience the spirit of dishonor. There is a real demon that has to do everything possible to cause you to question your identity, to question how powerful you really are, to question the authority that is on you. the gift you have. There's an assault against that. And that's why you got so many copycats around you. Let me drop that piece for you real quick. There are people around you, they can feel that energy, and they're coming there next to you to steal and to copy what you have. I call this the I can do that too generation. There is a generation that's been formed right now. There's a culture that has been created where they have that I can do that too spirit. So if they see you working hard to do something, rather than learn and grow and develop, they come right next to you and they steal it. So you're going to have to make it in the midst of this I can do it too generation you're faced with. Oh yeah, I know about that too. And as you go forward, you're going to get stronger and stronger, and your enemies will get weaker and weaker. I watched a speech today of Reggie Miller. He's a retired basketball player getting into the Hall of Fame back in 2012. Reggie Miller is one of the best shooters of all time. And he had about a 18-minute Hall of Fame speech. I thought this was very significant. And he spent about 15 to 16 minutes of that 18 minutes thanking other people. That's character. And that's the type of person you are. You have the right spirit. And that spirit has you looking young. That spirit has you looking healthy. Reggie Miller was almost 60 years old. I thought the man was 45 when I saw him. So we're seeing from his life. Some of you, even me, I'm a lot older than some of you think I am. But living right gives you a glow. It gives you a purity. It gives you a light. Your path is also so difficult because you have to be tested in every way possible. Let me break down the science. What you're going to do is going to be so big. Listen to me. It's going to impact so many people. Listen to me. It's going to be just favor, breakthrough, blessings, like a river of silver and gold coming your way, like the dreams I've had, visions concerning some of your lives. And with all of that honor, with all those resources, with all that influence, your spirit is going to have to be iron. Iron in the soul, right? That's where they came from. I'm giving you the whole teaching of my platform. Your spirit has to be strong as iron to deal with the process of growth and development, but also, once you do cross over, having the character to not lose it. So we think about spiritual warfare. The war is to get the progress, but there's also a second war, and that's keeping the progress. This is why Biggie Small says in the 90s, more money, more power. More money, more problems. More power too, but more problems. More money, more problems. And when you have the resources, you're going to have some enemies you haven't had before. They're going to come out everywhere. And as that comes your way, you're going to have to be humble yet strong, kind yet firm, disciplined yet understanding of other people. You got to be a very balanced person. And the balance and the wisdom you need for where you're going, you can't get that from a book. That's what some people don't say. Big bro, I've been reading books for 20 years. Some lessons don't come from books. Some of y'all wonder, man, how do you know this stuff? Life. Yeah, books are fine. I got a bunch of them right there I'm reading. I'm going to read some more books. Going to school is good. A book can't teach you everything. A class can't teach you everything. Okay? Some of the lessons I have learned have been in the school of life, reality, struggle, challenges. So some of the lessons you're learning right now, this cannot be taught in any college or university. It's called the hard knocks. And you're going through that because you have a big mission. So as I wrap this message up, I hope this message will give you that strength you need to go another day. I'm living this message, so I know what I'm talking about. I am convinced that the assignment that the Most High has for me is so big, He has to give me every test possible. I just want to give you this message. So I know who I'm talking to. Talk to my audience. Talk to my tribe. And if you're a part of my tribe, you know exactly where I'm coming from. What you going to do, my boy, sis? You got to go through the fire. So go through this with this perspective.
I wish I could have got more, but TikTok, you know what it is. They don't give you everything.
Body positivity is a sham on society, and I stand by it. Because outside of this, if I were to talk about your weight, there'd be a damn riot. And if you disagree with me, then you're a damn liar. And I know, I get it, because in this society, you may be a woman, and even if you were taller than me, I'm a man, so I stand higher. But honestly, that's just to handle these damn pliers. But seriously, women call men short, broke, fat, skinny, even ugly and get a laugh. But God forbid, all I do is speak the truth and call her fat. See, I know you're not used to someone else eating all 3 rounds, but trust, this is a trilogy. Oh, but Fade, it's not right to talk about somebody else's weight. I'm sorry. Silly me. Sorry for thinking... Sorry. Silly me. Sorry for thinking body positivity are for people with disabilities, not people who are gluttonous and lazy, so they're still obese, can't fucking see or feel their feet, bet there's dirt in every crease, bet their shirt holds every grease, breath for certain Mickey D's, stomach, chest, and ass are cheese. Sometimes I can't even tell what's their stomach, just looks like their breast repeat, and I know, some of the shit I'm saying may seem like shock value, may get laughs, or may seem like jokes, but it goes much deeper than that. And I can show just how far it goes. The people running the U.S. want us depressed and controlled. And the people against the West serve algorithms on our phone. They don't want women building families. They don't want men building homes. That's why they're killing all our people with the guns that they tote. They want us poor. They want us depressed. They want us on drugs and turned to drones. And by God, you think it's unhealthy. You should be shamed. You should be stoned. They want our women fucking every nigga and raising children on their own. That's why when you turn on the radio, it's only songs promoting hoes. They want our men killing each other. They give us the guns that we own. So when we die, we pray to a God from a book that they wrote. Now, see, I'm not just bringing all this shit up because it's a fact or that it's gross, because when it comes to diabetes, our people die the most. Our people die constantly from poor health choices and gang violence that they chose, and it saddens and pisses me off that some of you came here basically promoting both.
Everybody click on that one. That's man. It was dark, but truthful. I mean, if you catch it, you know what I'm saying, it's useful. That's all. I stand by it. You stand by it? That's really the question.
These new age child predator catchers might genuinely be disciples of Batman. Because they don't even corner these guys anymore. It's straight on site with them.
You thought you were meeting a 13-year-old boy tonight? Don't grab my phone.
So this dude's just gonna get out scot-free and leave the mall, right? Get a little embarrassed, but that's gonna be what it's gonna be, right?
Like, why'd you go meet a 13-year-old?
Boom! Out of nowhere, a shopping cart. You wanted to meet a 13-year-old boy, right? How about you meet this 13-mile-per-hour shopping cart into the liver, buddy? You ain't getting away scot-free. Look at the pure joy on dude's face.
This man was trying to meet a 13-year-old boy for sex.
We need to get whoever's holding the camera signed up for the Maury show. Because the camera stabilization, the speed, is just top tier, man. But this isn't the only one we saw.
How old are you?
35.
Do you look like you should be friends with a 13-year-old boy?
Does it matter?
Bro thought he was untouchable. Look at him smile when he said, does it matter? Little did he know, he's being interrogated by Batman.
Does it matter?
This man got his whole entire face reconfigured. This isn't Chris Hansen, bro. You're not going to get sit down and talk to. They're going to do the Batman treatment. They're going to beat you up and then say, now talk. From shopping carts to front hands, man, to the Maury show, nobody's safe out here, man.
It's rated E for everyone. Don't forget that, everybody. Rated E for everyone. It's crazy, but shit. You know what I'm saying? It's that time. It's that time. Everybody's going to be in demon time or angel time. Some of us is going to be on vigilante time. You know, I'm still on vigilante time. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still on vigilante time. Y'all know what I mean? Like, we can do this shit. You feel me? Like, I've been here. No, I ain't going nowhere. Where we at with it, huh? You know what I'm saying? We do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't think it? Oh, you thought it was? Nah, I'll keep the Spider-Man on lock. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that right now. You know what I'm saying? I come over your window. Shit, you don't even know. No. Oh yeah, that last king was speaking facts. Where'd that clip go? The hell? Damn, that shit flew. Hold that on the side there. But let's get back to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, new laws, all that shit. Let's get to the truth.
What do you think about this video, bro?
Cool. Does it have to do with the shape of the Earth?
It absolutely does, yes.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Even though I don't know the exact numbers, I don't know if Jaren does, but
yeah, I know the exact numbers. Yeah.
I'm gonna go through the principle.
Yeah, you can start to explain to me.
If I'll lay it out for a second. So obviously, if the
oh yeah, we going to a whole nother level.
3,959 miles. That means it's
what else, though, Gio? What is
I don't care about the size. No, because the map you just invoked wouldn't be real if the size wasn't correct. Your distances between places wouldn't be correct. Your gravity wouldn't be correct. Your day and night cycle wouldn't be correct. That number has to be exact.
Thanks, love, bro.
You can't be claiming you're going
to
satellites into space or doing anything because they use a radius of orbit, which is actually a distance above the surface added to, of course, the radius of the Earth. Okay, so we went out and tested that number because we knew if that number is provably wrong, all of these other claims, reifying and presupposing that number, are also intrinsically wrong. The falsification of the radius value is the falsification of the entire model, right?
Most definitely.
Right? Basic geometry.
Okay, so this is
science.
You have good one too, bro.
You see it up there, right?
Yeah, so okay. Watch it. Now, this is a location that people can go out and make this observation on a specific day. I think it's 2 days, isn't it? Is it like 2 different days?
Yeah, 2 different times a year, a couple days.
2 different times a year, based on where the sun sets, because of course the sun changes its position in the sky throughout the year, right? Has an ecliptic path, and you guys claim that that's because the Earth is tilted. We say no, the sun just moves in the sky, right? And so,
you guys do not just say the sun moves in the sky. I think that's a little bit disingenuous.
Well, what we say
is it under the
sun is moving in the sky? It's moving in the sky, and you guys claim actually it's sitting still. It just looks like it's moving because we're moving, and we feel like we're sitting still.
Is it under the dome? Is it in the sky?
I think it's in layers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The sun moves over a stationary plane. You guys claim, sure, it looks that way, but it's just an illusion. But that's not my point. My point is that we know that the sun has an ecliptic path. It changes throughout the year. We have an analemma, right? So now the sun's going to set in a specific place at a specific time of the year, and people can travel from all around the world and come out here and make this observation. So if we can, yeah, maybe play it out and make sure you can see it.
It's playing.
Can you see it?
Can you see that? The sun setting with the mountain in front of it?
I see it, yeah.
Right. So this is the Canigou Peak, which is about 9,000 feet high, and you're standing about 1,000 feet from where you're at. This is supposed to be several thousand feet behind the curve. Now, what your model believes is that things are lifted up into the sky for us and displayed way higher than they should be. Every time you see the sunset, actually, the sun's already set. Every time you see the sun rise, it's actually further below the Earth than you see it. They just tell us that things are magically looming up. Here's a better picture right here. Watch this. Now, any other time of year, a better one. This one right after it's better. Okay, so here, any time of year, you would just look out there and you would see nothing. People would tell you that this horizon is the edge of the Earth. But on this particular day, twice a year, every year, the sun sets behind it, and all of a sudden we see Canigou is there. So it doesn't waver, it doesn't rise and set, it doesn't sometimes be seen and sometimes not. It's always there. So you have
like I have another video where it shows it a little bit longer. This may play a sound though, and we can share it because I'm trying to figure out what a logical explanation is for this because there isn't one.
And the other thing that I think is important, Austin, is to go over the adoption thing. Because again, we're finding this all the time, that unless we have the answer for him, then he's just going to continue to believe in the globe. He feels like if we don't have the reason why something is, then that means the globe must be true. So.
Yeah, like, do you agree with the logic that if I falsify your claim, I don't have to come up with new answers for everything else that you came up with inside your claim before yours is falsified? Falsification is independent of replacement. They're two separate things.
Yeah, I'm open to being falsified that the Earth is not a sphere.
Right. So like if I went and I looked in my mom's closet and I found that there were adoption papers and it says like the date I was born, it has a DNA paternity test, all this, it shows that those are not my real parents. I was adopted, but right when I was born. And my mom and dad took me to the hospital who I thought they were, whatever. I go up to you and I say, bro, you're not going to believe this, man. My whole life is a lie, dude. Those are not really my biological parents. I was adopted. And you're like, what? No way, man. There's no way. Everyone knows those are your parents. What do you think? Everyone's in on the lie? What do you think? The church is in on the lie? You think the school's in on the... I'm like, no, bro. They also believe they're my parents. But I'm just saying, look, they're not my parents. This is the evidence. Look, they're not my parents. And then you say, well, who are your real parents? I don't know, dude. That's a really good question, but I haven't figured that out yet. No, I just know that they're not. Here's the evidence proving that they're not. And then you say, you know what, Austin, I'm not going to believe that those are not your real parents until you can tell me who your real parents are. That would be absurd, right?
Indubitably. I believe that he's absurd. But let's get back to the show. Yes. All that good shit.
It's not the one got money, Amber. It's the one honest.
And not too many of them honest nowadays.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. There's some good men out there. But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women gone bad. The women's gone bad. It ain't the men's now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done gone bad.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
That's when the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, ain't too much he gonna do wrong.
Nah. And she is not lying in the least. You know what I'm saying? And I don't put y'all in another game. This is what it is.
I'm never gonna get married. I don't want to get married.
Why?
There's no benefit for the man. He only has everything to lose. A man can be completely faithful to his wife, provide, protect, take care of the kids, obviously when he's not working, whatever. And the wife can step out and cheat. And what's the result of that? Man has to pay alimony, has to pay child support, loses his house, loses the cars, loses everything. Why? What's the point? And then, it's a coin flip. Flip a coin if your marriage is going to work. Those are the odds. Those are the chances. If you want to get married, cool. Throw a wedding, put the rings on each other, say your vows, you're married. You don't have to submit nothing with the courts. Yeah.
Die alone?
The only reason why somebody is not okay being alone is because they're not okay with themselves.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's it. Like, if you're not okay being alone, you have issues with yourself that you need to take care of.
And that's just the facts of the matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't look at it like it might not be them. It might be me. Because I don't know if it's like remorse after the fact. Because a lot of people, I've seen it happen in like self-realization, real-time type shit, where they paid attention and they were still trying to live off into their other relationships. And I'm like, all right, well, shit, obviously I don't need to be with you because you still in your past. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving beyond that. You still back there, so I ain't gonna be carrying you. You know what I'm saying? So I had to leave him where I left him. And shit, that's what it is too. Hermit time. Thing is, sometimes people don't think about unconditional as what it actually means. Because unconditional means there's no condition, and it only has to work for one side. Because you'll love your kid unconditionally, but the person that made the kid, there's conditions. Believe me, there's always is.
Tell your leaders if they don't give up all the anime girl thighs, the people will suffer. Bitch, get in line. Hell, I've been trying to convince these fucking people that food and shelter is important for people to have for 30 fucking years. So I don't know what you want me to do. Well, tell them if they don't heed our demands, we will poison the country's water supply. They did that already. Damn near 100 years ago. You know how much fucking lead is in us? Damn, bitch. I mean, well, tell them we're going to poison the food supply then. Nope, they beat you to that too. They just re-poisoned our shit 3 years ago. Pick something else. Goddamn, bitch, who y'all fucking kicking it with? The devil? Okay, well, look. Tell them this. If they don't give us what we asked for, we're gonna fucking hurt the children. Hell, they fucking them and shooting them. What the fuck? They care about them the least. Just grab you one. I promise you, ain't nobody gonna look for it. Man, what the fuck do y'all care about down here? All right, look, if you really want an opportunity to take this bitch over, go try to take their money. Yeah, go for their money. Cause they gonna make you have to fucking kill him. And if you ain't really with that shit, you ain't gonna make it.
Oh, that was big facts, wasn't it, Isaac? Because they already killing us. They do everything in their power to put us in the dirt. In the dirt.
And they ain't doing much. I think we're pretty strong.
Well, the thing is, cockroach DNA is in us. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We've been using Raid in our houses for so long. That motherfucker has made us a super soldier just like them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We've been standing in front of microwaves. We've been we've been drinking sugar water. I feel like Edgar, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I put on the Edgar suit. In the motherfucking Edgar suit, I feel like a super soldier cockroach. You know what I mean?
I'd say the best thing they did was the magnets. I didn't care about the rest.
Man, shit. Zip is that, man. They got you back. You know what I mean?
Right. It just makes me think that, there are things that are dumbing us down.
Well, yeah, it's the idiot box is off of Batman Forever. If you ever seen that movie, that's a good classic movie, Batman Forever. It is. I think that's the one with Chris O'Donnell and what was that dude's name? That played in Ocean's 11. Fuck. I'm high, but I forgot his name. But they had Uma Thurman in there and shit. You know what I'm saying? She was Poison Ivy. The whole script was basically like the only reason why that movie flopped is because it told the truth and they didn't want to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why, like, that's one of the movies that gave you good shit, like real good shit. And if you didn't pay attention to it, you know what I'm saying? It was Batman Forever.
Oh yeah.
What up, Salimon?
Guan?
Man, we up here doing TikTok reviews. I was talking about, the wind farms and shit like that. And how them motherfuckers was basically fucking up the lands and shit, you feel me?
I saw how you were talking about unconditional love too.
Yeah. That's because that's real talk. Like, females only can produce that shit for their offspring. They can't produce it for their significant other. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be a condition. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to piss you off. Like, the thing is, can you bring him peace? Because if you don't bring that to the table, well, shit.
That's a huge thing that's going on right now, though.
Yeah,
the certain people in America that believe in certain things are not breeding, and then they're blaming like the reasons why we have to go and get illegal aliens to other people from other seas to come into America and do the job for us. Really think about this, because we don't have enough people to man the machines almost anymore if we're not breeding. So we have to get people from somewhere else, and then we're complaining about
it like this. They're corrupted the youth so much that they don't even know that the youth. They used to just rob cars. Remember, they stop at stoplight, get robbed. Papa, give me your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gonna be going in your homes now. These little kids gonna be armed, B&E, and I ain't talking about breakfast at Tiffany's. You know what I'm saying? But it might as well be, because that's what neighborhood they going shopping in. You feel me? So the thing is, like, a lot of these things are programming because they don't want certain knowledge to get out there. But with the certain disinformation comes a certain retaliation. You know what I'm saying? Because the information that we hold, we the what we would call indigo tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, our aura is on a whole different level. Like, our shit comes from the ancestors because we actually knew some of our grandparents. And our grandparents told us what the wars and shit was about, because they was alive and around at them times. You know what I'm saying? So once we got all that shit, like the Zoot Suit riots, all them motherfucking shit, you know what I'm saying? All the shit that they didn't talk about, all the shit that they didn't publicize, once we got word of that shit, we started paying attention to certain shit now, like the cops, the corporations, and then we started seeing that the corporations was making the laws, and the laws were really laws, they were policies. once you figure out that these are policy enforcers and not law-abiding enforcers, you understand what level you're on. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we're all on Admiralty level, and we just rolling around in these bodies of water and shit outside of the water.
Yep.
But what y'all been on? I see you over there grinding up some stuff, something, loading up the busy.
I just been researching. I'm here waiting for my dabber to heat up, but yeah. No, I saw a thing about water, how water could retain memory, and it really got to me because they put water in a dish, right, and a petri dish, just regular water, and then they started putting pitchers underneath the water, just regular pitchers, doesn't matter what it is, just put regular pitchers in there. Then they picked it up really quickly, ever so gently, put it in the freezer and froze it, and the water itself had residual memory, and then it got even more deeper than that. They started putting say like bipolar. They wrote it bipolar in words, and they put it underneath the petri dish. And then again, they picked it up and threw it in the freezer, and they froze it. It did not only say bipolar, but it created two different faces to look like a bipolar face. So it not only had memory, it knew what it was fucking talking about. And this is water. So
well,
then again,
you remember Metalocalypse, right?
Yeah.
You remember they were recording everything on the water at one point, right? Yeah. You know why they stopped making Metalocalypse, right?
They were telling too much. They were, though. But think about what I'm saying, though. Look what they do to the water now. Look what they do to the water now. A lot of places get their water from shit plants and shit like that, and then they filter it, and then they bring it back into water. There's a lot of places that do that now. That water still has the residual energy of shit. Our ancestors put things through aquifers that went through waterfalls and water fountains and all this sacred geometry stuff to reprogram that water so we can drink it. We don't do that anymore.
On some point, they even used it for the agriculture, where it was just drained out into the commons or the columns and stuff for the feed of the agriculture and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of the stuff is like we don't recycle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Our waste, like, when did we quit recycling? I don't remember when. But at some point in time, like, it became hush, real hush. Like, nobody even remembers talking about hush. You know what I'm saying?
There might be a thing about the dams too, for that reason too. Since the water needs to flow and circulate, I know the dams hide like ancestral stuff that is underneath the dam. Instead of like people finding out about what's going on with their ancestors, they just build dams over it and they flooded the area so no one could ever find out what that knowledge was. And if you look at every single dam, they're hiding something under there. Every single one, not two. Did you see what's at the Hoover Dam? They have like a whole ceremony thing and a bunch of magic shit there. Just look it up. Just look up
there's an angel under there, bro.
The ceremony stuff.
Tell me. Tell the people in the audience. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to tell me. Hey, look.
Oh, I was telling the people. I knew you knew. I was just acknowledging you. I know you know.
We're the same age, bro. I looked that shit up back when I was like fucking 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah, I always knew about it though, because I live right down the way from a dam and stuff like that. And then when I found out, I live right here in Winchester, California. There's a huge dam, like not even like a mile or two away from me. I'm not like if that dam breaks, it's not gonna go and flood me because I'm on a higher hill level. But underneath that dam and right on the side of the dam, they just shared this to the public. But I've knew about this probably for like 20 years now. They found something so freaky that it changes history. Like, completely changes history. They found mammoth bones, right? They found these huge mammoth bones, and then what was weird about these mammoth bones is they found out that these mammoth bones weren't alone. They had ancient remains on them, and these ancient remains looked like they were riding the mammoth, like they were one in one with the mammoth and stuff like that. That was like a companion, like all that stuff. They found all this stuff. They weren't just hunting mammoths. They captured them and then used them as pets, and they were riding around them. So they were side to side with dinosaurs and mammoths that said in this one little spot. And it's right down the street from me.
Looking like this though, Sal. look at it like this though, Sal. They made cartoons about this stuff so that they could talk about it and make it a falsity, so that they don't tell you that it's the truth, but they tell you, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's just animation.
Is that what they say when it's like right in your face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that's the only way they could get away with giving you softcore information, or either they put it in a fantasy movie or something that pertains to fantasy. Like, look at the movie They Live. That's supposed to be a movie, but that's a documentary, bro.
Right? We got one that can see.
Yeah. And then they come after us. I mean, them.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that proves right down the street that there was that our ancestors were with the dinosaurs and like riding with them, companions and everything. It got weird. We were told that we hunt and killed mammoths, and you know what I mean. If you look, I looked up. If you look up, there's a video out there of the world's biggest elephant. I forgot what city it was from. It looked like an ancient city. They let it out in the gates, man. This thing looked like it was the size of a castle, man. I don't know how our elephants are even that big. Look that up. It was a real video too. The video looked like that thing was like 10 elephants at one, and it looked like a mammoth, man. There was no other way to say it. It was a giant elephant, and they said that was the biggest elephant in the world, and they honored it in a festival or something like that. I think it was India.
They found mammoth bones also, and then they made like a big monument. It goes over the freeway of mammoths walking.
That's it right there where I live right there. That's the they made a museum. Every time I go past the freeway right there, I see it. It says like they make a big deal about it locally, but they don't tell people globally, which because it'll change history. It literally shows that like we were with the dinosaurs, and there was more to it than what the scholars tell us, basically.
Yep. What up, Sad?
Good vibes. Dude, that still trips me out. I was talking to my friends about how, like, you're a moderator with Val and stuff like that. Like, yeah. And then everyone that was friends that day were the three wise men that I was talking about. That was funny.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, yeah. That's
Sad. What YouTube are you on? Are you on Stoner in the Hotbox? I think he was
Me,
on
or?
Stoner in the Hotbox.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, me?
I was talking to Sad.
Yeah, let me get to the chat here. I like to put my laptop to the chat so I can say hi to the chat. Forgot to. What up, Chatland? Press the thumbs up here. Oh, good vibes, man. Yeah. I've just been researching a lot lately. That, and I've been tripping out because I had my cousin passed away. He passed away like the other day and mysteriously passed away, bro. Like we thought it was like a fentanyl thing because like my uncle found him with like foam in his mouth and he was just unconscious. And so they tested him. They gave him a drug test and everything. The only thing that was in the system was alcohol and weed. You know, he didn't have any fentanyl or anything like that. So till this day, we're waiting on an autopsy to figure out what happened. But just today, he donated all his organs to the hospitals and stuff like that. So it was pretty tough.
Hey, Sad, when you don't come up here with your camera, I don't let you show your camera. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can't see your face, I don't let you come on to my place. It's more of a trust to trust. You know what I'm saying? Like trust that I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect my stream, and trust that if you don't show yourself, it's not gonna show you. Cause I like it to where if somebody's gonna do some stupid stuff on my stream, I want to be able to control if they do some stupid stuff on my stream. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is that what you want? pretty boy, I can bang you. Not a problem. Yeah. Yep.
I know that was kind of depressing for me talking about my cousin like that, but his a lot of his remains ended up saving a lot of lives. They used pretty much every single part of his organs to save people's lives today. So that was kind of a good thing. But I'm still wondering. I personally don't like to pass my organs around, but they did a good thing for him, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you like this, dude. They ain't never gonna catch me on the organ donor list. To be honest with you, bro. I'm a melanated person. They put me in a ditch. And
That's what I'm thinking too. I totally thought the same thing.
I ain't fucking with no fucking donor bit. They said silver lining to upsetting situation. But yeah, man, because I'm not gonna let somebody come in my place without showing their face. Or you should know that off top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's usually a rule. The unspoken rule when you go onto someone's live. You know?
Present who you are. That way I see what the fuck I'm looking for. And if you don't look like something that wants to be on the show or somebody that I can have on the show, I'm not gonna let you on. You know, you talk all you want. Talking ain't gonna get me in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Until you say like key words like what you call it, said that one day. Motherfucker. He said a bean bone, you know what I'm saying? When he wasn't supposed to say that.
Oh yeah. Beatles.
I'm like, why would you say the hard word instead of using the soft core word? You know what I'm saying? You get the information to the
Was that the
people.
dude that came on last time?
Yeah, the one that was always talking shit about Isaac. It was Isaac's troll. I didn't even know it was Isaac's troll.
Dude, you should have told us, Isaac. I was there telling Isaac that. I was like, bro, that was your troll the whole time. You should have told us.
Yeah,
I have music videos where people are kind of making fun of him. Sadly, that same dude. I've made the videos and everything because it sounded like some guy who was raging against himself, saying they must have amnesia. They don't know who I am, and he's all talking this deep shit. And they made like a house type music out of it, and I was like, oh, that has a good beat to it. I'm gonna make a music video out of it. And then I find out later that's the same motherfucker that was on the other day or the last time we were live. I was like, oh, dude, that's the same fucking weirdo that was on there, dude. And I don't know. I kept talking about it. It was just.
Look, did you
make
a beat though? Did you make a beat though?
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to hear
someone
that
made
shit.
2 songs out of that same guy. That same guy.
That
All the shit, the shit talking. I'll share it to you.
Unless you sold it. I don't know.
No, I who was it? Devo, the rock and roll star. I got a bunch of AI shit that I made of Devo. Just look at my videos, and if you see one where it's like an AI animation of like Devo like morphing his face and shit, I use that guy's fucking lyrics and someone made a. Devo is the guy from. All right. Do you know what was that? The Pick of Destiny, I think it was, or not Pick of Destiny. Yeah, I think it was. Where Jack Black goes all the way to California to become a rock star and stuff like that. And is that the movie?
Yeah.
His idol in that movie is Devo, the rock and roll.
Yeah,
legend,
doing the long ass braided thing and shit. And he had
I think he has black hair, but he's just an old rock and roll legend. That's who Devo is. And I mixed them both together because it was like kind of perfect. But then after that whole shit happened and I was hearing his voice, I was like, dude, that's that guy, man. That's weird. Small world again. That's why I brought that up.
Hey, yeah, that's why I didn't stream this to my my Twitch too, man. I'm like, I don't want to get trolls because I don't know. Twitch is different. You feel me? Like they don't have morals over there on there.
Really?
Yeah. Not the same like there, you know what I mean? Like even now, YouTube said they're gonna make it to where it's gonna be a lag and shit for the stream to where if you
there should have been, isn't there? Yeah. I think there's a 5-second one for us at least. If someone decides to do something stupid, we could 5-second it. You know?
Yeah, but that's I 5-second that shit all the time though. But I have to erase like the stream and then I have to re-upload it.
Damn.
Because no matter what, you got 5 seconds to turn off the stream. That's what it is. That way you could delete it. Then, because what it is, people watch it. drop some booty blast porn on your shit. You know what I'm saying? And
then report you. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I got banned. I didn't do that. Yeah, you let somebody on your stream that did that, so you did that.
50-50.
That's why I had to. That's why I had to tell them. I'm like, hey man, you gotta delete that. You gotta delete. I'm like, delete that shit right now. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, end the stream right now and delete that video, and then re-upload it after you edit it. You're an editor anyways, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well just edit it. Then go live. Like matter of fact, you could go live and then edit it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because as long as you still got your capability to go live, you're good. And if you already deleted it, you're good. Go live. Shit, don't stop.
Like those like what those people that Isaac got visited from the what was it the
no, I got visited by the same
brother and sister. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. See?
I don't remember.
You don't remember the Sweden brother and sister? I'm from Sweden.
No, was it my stream?
Was it your stream that happened? Or was it not? Oh, you know what? It might have been.
I think that was Styles.
I think that was Bongolio's. No, I think that was Bongolio's. Might have been. We had some weird brother and sister duo. Yeah, it was Bongolio's who came up on the stream and they were trying to do something horrible that you knew they were, and then they kept on going. Shit, can you put my my face or my screen on it? We didn't allow their faces on the live.
Yeah, that's what Dude was trying to do. That's what Sad was trying to do. He's like, you're gonna have to ban me. I'm like, all right, I'll ban you, bye. Don't ask me twice, shit. You feel me? Promise you a good time while I do it. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. It's good content though. That's all.
Yeah.
I got more videos if y'all want to watch them.
Yeah, let's see them.
All right.
You let a white man call you nigga? You goddamn right, because it's a compliment. See, this what y'all fail to realize. Uneducated black folk. When the white boy got mad at you, he said, boy. Come here, boy. The only time you ever called nigga is when you stood up and went against him. Only the strong was called nigga. So when you hear a white man call you a nigga, say, man, I can't ever be that strong. Those are the greatest people who ever lived on earth, never done nothing wrong to nobody. Why would you be ashamed to be called nigga?
Some people have said we need to take the N-word out, right? That we are kings and queens.
Black folk can tell us about we was kings and queens. Where is that behavior today?
No, I get what you're saying.
So let me finish. I listen to you. Okay. So if it's 100 million people in Africa, let's just say it was 10,000 kings and queens. What was them other motherfuckers? So you want me to believe every black motherfucker I see, hey, what's up, king? No. We misidentifying and we misrepresenting what a king and queen is.
But can I be a king of my own castle too, though?
Well.
Does it always have to be?
But a king take care of people. Where are you taking care of people?
Okay, hold on a second.
No.
Hold on, but I'm just asking you, why can't it just be in my house?
How can you be a king if you got a baby by all these different women and so many people can have access to you sexually? How can you call yourself a king, brother? How can you call yourself a queen when every man in the world get to see your body parts? We don't know what Queen Elizabeth's body looked like. The woman didn't speak. So how is all these loudmouth black motherfuckers claiming kings and queens of royalty, but their actions and their behaviors shows the actions of peasants?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that goes on all angles too, because there's a lot of cultures too that call themselves kings and queens too, and I see it as a conscious thing though.
She does have a
level. You're on that higher level though. If you're a higher level king, you're going to be that good king that won't enslave all their people. But if you're that negative lower consciousness king, we're just going to have another slave master again, fucking fuck everything up and hurt it.
Yep.
That's what I'm scared of. I think everyone's scared of that. I think it's a consciousness thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see a president up there speaking like consciously to the minds of the people and not just like in political terms and stuff.
Yep.
I've been still waiting for a Native American president to ever happen. Never happened.
Well, you gotta remember, we thought we had one. But then we found out that he wasn't from America. We found out that his daddy was from was like Sudan, and his mom was from Iceland. And then I don't know how this nigga became the president, but I guess he talked his way in. You know what I'm saying? So, and the crazy thing is that he was backed by the Bushes. And come to find out that his cousin. You know what I'm saying? So the real crazy thing is
they're all related.
Why do we keep this family as royalty? Because that's what presidency is royalty. Because nobody pays attention. You can't be unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? You can only be nominated or inaugurated. You know what I'm saying, to be a president, and president lasts a lifetime. After that, you know what I'm saying? So that moniker that you carries you Secret Service. You get, I think it's like 200,000 a year income. You get you obviously you built your own house and shit. So all that shit while you're president still, you get all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the real crazy shit is like a lot of this shit is just it's politics. And what it is they don't teach us politics. Just like they don't teach us how to use a checkbook. They don't teach us how to build credit. They don't teach us how to build credit. They don't teach us how to make a business so that we could build our own credit so that we could be independent of this nation. Well,
I think
not
you
even
called
the
it right
nation,
there.
but the United States of America.
You called it right there. It's the president is not for the people. The president is a corporation. He's a corporation president that manages the corporation money, which sadly to say, we are commerce. We are. We're the ones manning machines.
We are stock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the cog, you cannot have a wheel to work the machine. You know what I'm saying? And we are the cogs in the system. That's why if you actually look at it, we are the spacely sprockets.
Oh, yeah.
Or a 0 and a 1 or something.
Well, you ever seen the Jetsons?
Yeah. I know who Spacey Sprocket is.
Yeah, Isaac, you ever seen the Jetsons?
It's been I was too young. I don't remember.
All right, man. Well, the sprockets is the little gears and shit that they have in the machines to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are the sprockets. We are made so that they could keep working. Their machines they build will need more sprockets, so we are bred to be replaced. Yeah. Just like if you ever seen the
keep the machines going.
Yeah, if you ever seen the movie Snowpiercer, that is not a prequel, that is a sequel to the Willy Wonka. Because if you actually know the origins of Willy Wonka, that is kid slaves, not Oompa Loompas. These are kids. And these dudes sex trafficking the Oompa Loompas. Chocolate. Anything to do with food is sex trafficking. That's the CIA, the FBI, the NSA. They'll tell you. Anything to do with food.
Yep. They try to tell us in that movie Pinocchio. You know, it says it right there. Once those kids go to that island, they're not kids anymore. That's crazy. They say it right there. What? That's wild. And it took me a couple times to see that one. Whoa. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes.
And then, dude, was Captain Hook trying to save the kids from Peter Pan? Really think about that one.
Technically, yes, because. Well,
yeah. Right. See, I had to think about that.
You can't really say that because you don't know what the kids were after. Because obviously in the movie with Jack and all them, Hook, which was my favorite movie, Rufio, you know, that's my character.
Yeah.
But in that movie, Hook stole his kids. Yeah. It made Peter stop growing up. So in all reality, was he the real good guy? And then the reality of it is, Peter was already dead, but that is the straw man Peter. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that snippet of the Hook where it shows that whatever happened to Ariel the mermaid's mom, and then you look at the mermaid that's there chilling over there at Hook Island and stuff. It was the whole story about her. She gets stolen by a pirate and then set on an island, and then you go and look at Hook Island. There's Ariel's mom just sitting there chilling on that island. The only mermaid there too, by the way. It's really it's messed up. I was like, oh man. A lot of little what do you call them? Easter eggs.
Yeah. But that's just like if people actually went back to look at all the childhood flicks and shit with a critical eye and look at it as an analyst, you have to decipher because you'll be able to discern what you know now. Because remember, if you knew what you knew back then, it'd be different. You already know that.
We wouldn't be here. We would have way knew too much. Someone would have took us out, man, and been like, "Uh-oh."
And that's what the movie. What was that? Looper.
Technically, they were trying to take us out. Now that I think about it, dude, because they were deep in trying to take me, give me all these medicines and programs. And
hey, that's what that movie Looper was about, though. You remember that movie with Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was mob ties shit. That's why the mob rules the world. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, Don, mob.
Look what happens to the mob.
You pay attention. There's nothing happened to the mob. They just moved to Hollywood and Las Vegas.
I was just gonna say that. Look what happened to the mob. Ever since the whole gangtality of mobster gangster, you don't really see the gangster thing anymore. What happened to the mobsters is they went corporate, and then they did everything legal. They went to screw you over legally. Corporate.
And that's what they did. Yeah. When they went corporate, they put in a blue light, Lucifer, so that they could control you and give you the dopamine instantly. You know what I'm saying? So that your melatonin and all that shit drops. Yeah.
Look at the mob ring. Do you guys know what the mob ring is? It's a little devil ring with a little red J or what do you call it? A ruby on it. The ruby eyes. All mob rings when they have like when they join the mob and stuff like the mafia, they literally have a devil ring that they get from the mob.
Well, the thing is, it's because you're a controller now. You know what I'm saying? When you have the devil, you control. That's what the devil is. He's the puppeteer. He's the one who's putting everybody into motion. You know what I'm saying?
Who's controlling the devil, though? That's what always the question is. Everyone's.
You gotta look at it like this. Nobody pays attention to this. Nobody ever said God was good.
Yeah.
God is omnipotent. You know what I'm saying? God made this world and he made it perfect. Okay? Man is what ruins this world. Man is the devil. You have to understand you could be better.
Well, that makes sense because if you look at the man's carbon footprint on this planet, it's 666. It is. So just look it up. We're like, what? We're supposed to be entering a new carbon footprint on us to be 667, I think it is, or something like that pretty soon.
Well, if they do add another carbon molecule to our genome,
that's gonna be wild.
I'm just saying like this. I'm not fucking with no bitch that got the shot. If she got chimera DNA in her, I'm not fucking with her. She might as well have syphilis, got her herpes syphilis or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what she got. From my perspective, you got the shot, you got the guy. I ain't about to get got. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Most people are not breeding anymore, though. Here in America, look that up. Statistically, we stopped breeding as much for the population to keep going with the machine, basically. So that's why we're getting people from overseas to come in. I'm not joking.
Like, they did over there in China. That's why China's over there asking for black people to come over there. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because they were one parent household. They were single kid households. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird.
I remember that was a law. They were like, if they have more than like a certain amount, they have to have an abortion or have the kid taken away.
Yeah, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you try to make something that is humanly, well, which is a God-given right. Like if she wasn't supposed to have no more kids, it would have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Population control.
Yeah.
Think about this. Here in
But that's why
America,
they feed them plastic
we're in
too, so-
population control.
Yeah,
Sure we
that's
are.
why they-
Animals are. Why not we
That's
are? That's what I'm thinking that. We literally control
real
every
talk.
animal in America.
Real talk. We already tracking the animals. We starting to track the people. They saying, you know, once we start tracking and doing this shit, it's gonna be like that one movie that the Family Guy did where Brian had the little ruby in his hand and shit. Once the ruby starts blinking, they come and kill your ass.
Oh,
it's gonna be like that. Once you get past a certain age, they're gonna start extinguishing your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he lived past his purpose. They don't want you to think. After you get 33, dude, what do?
Yeah, that always bothered me that computer guy is like really invested into like biology of humans.
Everything
No,
wrong
just
with the
strictly
world.
into biology and what do you call it? Genetic control of humans. Like, and that scares me because this guy is supposed to be like what, a computer genius. Why is he not like upgrading computers? And he's invested into like hurting us.
This is the thing. Somebody decided to pie this dude in the face. And if you ever seen the origins of a supervillain,
that's
that
it right there.
That was the start.
Oh man, that means he has animosity to like everybody.
There's a whole bunch of animosity. And if that pie was a bullet, we wouldn't have no problems. All I'm saying, it should have been a 9, not a pie line. You know what I'm saying? Like, only cream pies I want is when we're married and she knows she wants the baby. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She know that divorce is not an option. And if you put your hands on me, I'm locking you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you in the threshold, and you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So you can't cross.
We're just talking about unconditional, though. How is this? None of this goes in the lines of unconditional, though.
Hey, I'm saying like this, man. You get your own room, I get my own room. As long as you don't disturb the peace, we good. We good. We don't have no Taipei, none of that shit. No Mount Fuji, none of that shit. You know, you ain't gotta worry about nobody exploding. That's my problem. Because once you explode, I'm gonna implode, and implosion is not good. Because if you've seen the movie with Adam Sandler, what is it, Anger Management? That is my personality to a T. I'm that nice guy, but if you fuck with me, you'll find out. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out.
That's a fuck around and find out.
Because I like peace. You know what I'm saying? But I'm prepared.
If someone disturbs my peace, I'm ready.
I am prepared for fucking war. That is why I like peace. You know what I'm saying?
What did they do to Newports? I'm reading the chat right now. Like, what?
Yeah, something about the menthol probably they got rid of.
They banned them. Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
So there must be something really bad about those Newports because
look at
they banned them.
It said it was blocking the effects of the Jimmy jabs. So
yeah, there was a lot of study out there saying that people who were smokers and weed smokers weren't getting the seed.
Well, look
in the lungs, you're purifying with the herb.
Well, looking like this, if you have a female that is taking the Plan Bs and she takes Mucinex DM, the Plan B is now in void. And she will guarantee a pregnancy. Yes.
I didn't know this about that booger medication, dude. That's crazy, dude.
So the thing is, they're making these things with these counteractions, and nobody's getting told. Yeah. Well, we're telling them now, you know, which is good, because it makes good content for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys are streaming too, it'd be good content for you. Like I said, you guys come on my stream, you guys get an automatic click, start your own shit. You know what I'm saying?
I want to do that, but then again, I don't know, man. I got people that fuck with me on my channel too, and I don't want to bring that shit to you. So like, you gotta remember that too. Make sure that their channels are okay and clear, because some people bring their bullshit to you. You don't want that. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to give you that as a friend.
I always check for like the authenticity and shit like that. Like the sad dude, he was YouTube authenticated, but he didn't want to show his face. Like I said, no face, no place for you. You know what I'm saying? So, because hey, look at real lives don't hide. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That always bothered me. I've always told my friends too that hide themselves too. Like, how are you supposed to be talking like with your truth when you're just behind the shadows? Dude? You're a shadow. You're a shadow worker. That's what I always call them. You're shadow working. They're like, what do you mean? You're not in your light. You're not your true self. I don't even know who the fuck you are. And you want me to respect you? I don't even know who your face is. You know what I mean? I would always point this out to all the people that I know for years that would hide their faces because I want to see their face. I was like, can you just show me behind the scenes? They won't even do that. So I'm just like, I don't know. You want my respect, but you know, respect is earned, not given. Yeah.
Well, it's like this spot is earned, not given. If you don't give me your trust, I'm not gonna let you get in. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. This is what did the Meet the Falkers? What did what you call it? He's in my circle of trust. In order to be in my circle of trust, I have to do background check. And if I can't see the background, you don't meet the check. So, yeah. Trust circle, that's what it is.
Trust circle, that's what it was.
Yeah, I got dyslexia, so it sounds like the circle of trust to me.
I do too. I always catch myself doing that. Like, oh fuck, I'm saying things in reverse.
Hey, and that's what's fucked up, dude, because it only works with like saying stuff and sometimes reading it. Everything else I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, learning shit backwards is kind of like fundamental to me. So I do it the hard way. That way, when I learn the easy way, I could show people what not to do. You know what I'm saying?
What if we had a past life where we read everything from the end to the beginning, like how they do in Japan and stuff? You know, I've always thought of that too. Like,
you know, I love watching movies that way. I don't know why. I do like One Piece is that for me right now because that's what they do. Like, there's more movies to this movie than you actually know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've been watching
Godzilla like that.
Hell yeah!
All right, Godzilla in reverse is actually a good guy. Godzilla comes in, he break dances over all his bad guys, puts the whole town together, and then moonwalks back into the ocean. I've done it several times, like as a joke, like, hey, we're watching Godzilla in reverse. They're like, why reverse? I'm all, because he's a breakdancer and he battles his friends. He puts the city back together and he moonwalks back into the ocean. What?
Hey, you know it'd be nice though that the audio come in. Oh well, shit. Hey, you're gonna have to do some of those on Discord, bro.
All right.
That sounds like it would be dope on Discord.
It would. I usually just if it was on YouTube, I take the audio out and just put some music on and just say, look, we're watching a silent film of Godzilla breakdancing and moonwalking back into the ocean.
Yeah. Hey, did you get that monosemantic gold yet?
I haven't.
Oh, you're on mute, Isaac.
I've been doing it for years though. Like, I haven't got to up on it. I've been doing it probably for way over 25 years now. Like, I've always known about the monatomic. Yeah. Before the monatomic gold, I found out about the monatomic crystals, the Andara crystal. I had several of them back in the day. That's what allegedly aligned my chakras and all that. I'm not a crystal person, so I don't know these things. But I was gifted these crystals, and they did work. And the rule with these crystals were something's going to come into your life where these crystals want to go to other people, and you can't look at them as a possession. You just have to give it to them. Since I wasn't a crystal person, I said, okay, even though I looked up these crystals, and these crystals were worth more than diamonds that I had. I was like, oh, fuck, man. I was like, so they did their job for me, and I gave them to the people that they wanted to go to. And I guess that's how it worked. But these were sacred crystals that came from Mount that crazy mountain that's up there in Northern California with the aliens and stuff. What was it? Yeah, Mount Shasta. It came from Mount Shasta by a medicine woman, a Choctaw medicine woman named Lady Nellie. Yeah, she was a Black Native American up there in right there. She had land. She passed away, but she had her grandson start collecting all these rocks that look just like glass lava rocks. That that's what they look like. They look like cheap glass lava rocks, but the difference was that they had this like crumbly white substance that were on these rocks that were basically clear crystals. They were all multicolored from every color of the rainbow, but they had monatomic properties. Basically, that's what it was. They were one of a kind. They only came in 2 places in the world, basically, and one of them was Mount Shasta. And they had a crazy story about them that aligned your chakras. They did work on you. I guess at that time I was pretty unaligned, and I guess they did exactly what they did because this was years ago, 25 years ago. You know what I mean?
I know where the Polynesian people island is. Was that like what's that? Fucking New Zealand or some shit?
Yeah.
Is that all right? That land has like it has a weird volcano. Well, I'm gonna say it don't look like a volcano. First off, it looks like a tree stump. It's perfectly circle all the way around it. Like if you look it up on your PC and shit, you'll find it. It's weird, but they don't allow the people to go up there no more. That shit was like sacred land where there's crystals underneath it and shit type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
Like
that's wild. Do you ever look up the ancestors of like all of the Polynesian islands? They're all basically they worship reptilian shapeshifting gods. Like I got really deep into all the ones in Hawaii, all the ones in you name them. These were supposed to be Lumerian / AKA Island of Mu back in the day. Back in the day.
That's what it was. That's why I keep telling you, like I'm part Lemurian, bro. Like all my people came from Mu, and then the fucking wherever the queen came from. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the queen, she came from California. All of California was the California logo. Just look at the California logo. They switched it. Instead of Queen Khalifa, they put a Native American woman on there. But if you look at Queen Khalifa and the picture of the seal of California, it's the same woman. Yep. But that they made her more Native American brown. But Queen Khalifa, if you look it up, she was the ruler of all of California. California used to be an island. If you go really deep into it, yeah.
Well, look at there used to be a lot more water. That's why the ice ring is a wall now instead of fucking we're supposed to be flooded. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all keep thinking I'm playing when I say we live on a Kevin Costner water world. Like this shit will be sunk. You just have to wait. That's why if you don't understand how to build a boat, raft, take whatever the fuck that nigga built. What was that nigga doing? A skidooing or some shit? That dude had like the fucking everything, bro. He had everything on that boat. That dude was growing a lime tree, tomato tree. That nigga had fish gills and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Hey guys, I gotta bounce.
All right. What up, B?
Right on, right on.
What's going on?
Check this out.
Yeah, we over here doing some TikTok reviews and whatnot. Talking about that real shit.
Check this out. This is a electroculture organite.
Oh yeah.
There's every electroculture ingredient inside that organite with shungite and a bunch of other stuff that'll completely take out the bad frequencies of say cell phones and
the health waves,
EMS, and all that stuff. Like I got like probably a couple thousand of these that I put everywhere around my room and my plants and everything.
So what are you gonna start selling them on my channel?
I eventually need to start. Well, I have to go. I'm creating moms of all these. I'm creating a farm eventually. Eventually, when they start multiplying and I start saying seeds, that's when I'll do it.
Hey, what y'all eat?
What do I eat?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like,
everything I grow in the backyard.
I eat organic.
Okay, I like that. Okay, I like that. So
I eat organic.
No restaurants and nothing like that, right?
Nah, it has no. I'm really picky about all that. Yeah, I am now. I wasn't back then.
I could cook. I'm not worried about that shit.
Now the reason I asked, cause you know, I've been doing some. You know, if y'all notice, I don't know if y'all noticed, I've been missing the action because I've been trying to do my own little thing, you know, and
Well, yeah.
I realized that it's the food, bro.
Well, yeah, that's what they clone Tyrone was telling us.
No, I'm talking about it's everything, bro. If you just stop eating, if you stop eating for like a week, you realize you don't need food, bro, at all.
Well, yeah. The only thing is, you do need some sort of fuel nutrition, like Sadie said,
Check me out.
like
Fruit.
Dr. Sadie said.
Like all I eat is fruit. Like I eat 3 times a day.
Yeah, you get the H3O2.
That's all I eat is fruit. And then I eat 3 times. I said 3 times a day. I meant to say 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? I fast 2 days and then I eat fruit. I fast 2 days, then I eat fruit. I fast 2 days, then I might eat some organic meat. You know what I'm saying?
But the question is, the fruit you eat, is it seeded fruit?
Oh no, I'm going to like a market. You know, I'm not going to Walmart, Kroger, none of that. I'm going to like a market where everything is by farmers and everything is seeded. Like my watermelons, I got a yellow watermelon. Man, that shit tastes so good, man.
Oh, they do. I grow all those kind of watermelons too. I got the yellow one, the orange one, Moon and Star. All those are all certified organic ones, and I got a bunch of ones that come from Africa. Those are the best ones.
The reason I'm saying all this is because, man, me not eating, my manifestations, like I can, man, when they say you can do magic, you can really do magic. Like, but people don't understand that because the shit that they put in their body, like cheese ain't even real.
No, not. It's supposed to be white.
Right, that shit ain't real.
Like a curd, yeah.
So, like a lot of people I know, my culture, we love cheese. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of problems that cheese cause. It's the food,
A lot.
man. It really is the food.
Well, this the thing. It's what we call food. It's not food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The shit
like
chemical.
this is stuff that should be fed to the animal that is you getting it from. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't eat cow milk. You need human milk. But that's why you quit breastfeeding after a certain amount of years. Like I think 3 to 4 is like the year that they supposed to stop breastfeeding. You know what I'm saying? Because they get DNA and nutrition and shit from their parents.
This shit so deep. It's like we be knowing shit. It's like women know shit, but then they don't know shit.
Well, they go to the store clinics and shit and get all that shit put on their head, get their nails did.
Remember that computer guy I brought up?
All that motherfucking smells and shit fucking with their brain and they don't think right. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit. It's in there, bro.
They say the moon cycles us, right?
Well,
yeah. Well, the moon gravity controls us because we're like 70-80% water beings. Basically, so menstrual cycles for females too.
All right, check this out. A female have a cycle every 28 days, dog.
Yep.
Just like the moon, bro.
Right.
To be honest,
we're water beings. That's why.
Every female should have their period during the full moon, bro.
But the truth being, if they weren't eating all this shit, they wouldn't even have a period. But once a month, it'd be like, hold on, Brad. It'd be like they're not supposed to have a period. It'd be more like a heat. You know what I'm saying? Like how cats and dogs have a heat. That's when they would have their period. It'd be like once a year type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's if they was vegetarian or only fruitarian. You know what I'm saying?
Man, to be honest, man, I'm about to become a breatharian on y'all ass.
I've been researching that since for a while now. I saw there was a video that came out where one of my subscribers she made a video about that, a whole hour or two about that.
I'm doing a documentary of my body, because I'm athletic already, and then I stopped eating, and I just been working out with water, and the difference is crazy. Like you can see, it's like you get muscle mass when you don't eat, and the shit is crazy.
Well, you get like more definition. Actually,
you get definition. You know what I'm saying? I'm already skinny, so I'm looking like Bruce Lee around this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Well, shit. You know, Bruce Lee didn't eat that much. He was working out all the damn time.
Right, and that's all.
He was royalty, though. He came from a dragon bloodline.
Yeah.
He really did.
Well, he came from a Phoenix bloodline.
Oh, was it the Phoenix? I knew he came from a specific bloodline.
That's why the females in the family live on. The males don't. Because if you ever looked at X-Men, Phoenix was a female, not the male.
She was all discombobulated. She didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, that's your mic.
Yeah, I'm about to get off right
Yeah,
there.
there's my mic. My mic.
Technical difficulties.
I actually got a jet too.
But yeah, man, that's good though. I'm about to end the show. I like thank y'all for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it with your boy. Thanks Sally Mom for coming out. Thank Fruity DJ. You know Brandon. Thanks for coming up here. Thank Isaac for coming up here. You know what I'm saying? We all family. And then this thing we got called life. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stick together. You know what I'm saying? Because we got so many people already at us. We might as well come together and stop it. You know what I mean? Because I guess that's what God really intended for everybody. Just, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing around. Everybody, we all one. We use same consciousness, you know what I'm saying? In this life, if you don't help somebody who needs it, you might as well be that person that need it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what it is, man. Because if you ain't reaching one to teach one, you might as well just be spreading stupidity.
No, you're right. If we don't do that, we end up becoming devils to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We can either create angels or devils, man, and I'm with you on that. I'll be right out there. Yep. I gotta.
No, you good, bro. Peace. Thanks y'all for coming through. Yep. Thank everything. God is good all the time. All the time. Y'all already know. So.
Ancestors, I honor you. Thank you for all of your love and support. Thank you for always listening to me. I honor your resilience and your sacrifices. Without these sacrifices, future generations would not be here, including me. I carry you in my DNA. You knew me before I knew myself. It is because of you I am who I am today. I know your prayers are still protecting me. Thank you, ancestors. Ashe.
Ashe. Peace.